The two ordinary hosts of this podcast are not professionals on parapsychology, extraterrestrials, cryptozoology, nor would they describe themselves as religious or prone to superstition. They'd also like to make it known that this show is not intended for children or those with sensitive sensibilities. Please listen at your own discretion. And remember, the truth is often anecdotal.
What if this episode was just about the sports team? You're taking a hike through an area of South Jersey known as the Pine Barrens. The sun went down hours ago, and you're wondering why on earth you went out here alone. Everything goes dead quiet until you hear a deafening, blood-curdling screech. It echoes from all directions. You try to gather your surroundings, but it's nothing but pine trees and darkness. Something tells you to look out overhead, and that's when you see it. A silhouette darts across the sky. It's a giant bat, a bipedal goat, a flying kangaroo with horns and hooves. No, it's Mama Leeds' 13th child, the Jersey Devil, the very subject of today's episode. Hello, listeners, I am Mr. R.
And I'm Mr. X.
A pair of normal dudes.
Reading paranormal stories.
Mr. X, have you ever been to New Jersey?
Twice. Once when I was 2, so I don't remember it at all. And then the second time was when I bought this very laptop I'm recording on when we were living in Philadelphia during quarantine, and no Best Buy had any computers, and I desperately needed a new laptop. So I drove into whatever portion of Jersey that was, waited in my car in a line, and then someone handed me a box with this laptop in it, and this is my only experience with Jersey. Oh, and having to pay like $8 to get back. Philly.
Yeah. Ridiculous. I went to when we were living in Philly. I went to Jersey once, and that was to go to a dog park. Because all the dog parks in Philadelphia are shit. They're absolute garbage. I will fight anyone. I will die on this hill. But we found a really spacious one in Jersey, and we're like, let's go to this one. So we went across the bridge. We found this dog park. Turns out it was just like an empty acre of land. There were no other dogs there. So Durgo just had like the run of the land and eventually got really bored and we left. But on our way back, we were like, we have to pay to leave New Jersey? There are routes you can take to get back into Philly without paying, but they're so out of the way we chose not to do that.
So when we first moved there, you were working out of a comedy club. And so all the people I was meeting right off the bat were comedy club people. And who all hate Jersey with a passion. I'm sure everybody in Philadelphia hates Jersey.
Yeah, it's pretty common.
So I was ready. When I was going across the bridge, I was like, all right, I'm ready for this shithole. It was really nice.
It's very nice.
It's probably why they hate it.
Well, yeah, that's what they have to, like, what's that show? Parks and Rec. How everyone in Pawnee hates Eagleton, but it's like a great place.
Well, all right, the Jersey Devil, I'm sure, has nothing to actually do with Jersey except for the fact that it's
in the area.
You know what? Actually, am I remembering this wrong? But isn't one of the main sightings of the Jersey Devil in Philadelphia?
In Philadelphia. Yeah, well, I mean, the Pine Barrens, or the Pineys, I guess as they're sometimes called, is in South Jersey, which is where Philadelphia is located.
Yeah, just across the Delaware there.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I've heard several different podcasts about the Jersey Devil. I haven't really retained much of it because it didn't really interest me that much. I'm like, oh, it's a weird looking thing. Most people think it's a hammerhead bat.
Yes.
Would make sense.
It's so funny. If you haven't, I guess we could post a picture of that somewhere.
Yeah, I'll try to edit it into the YouTube version of this.
Yeah, but they're haunting looking.
Yeah, I got big ass heads. You know, when you hear of a hammerhead shark, you know they have the two sides to their head, so it's more like a mallet, not really a hammer.
Right.
This thing is like a hammer. It's got like a lopsided head. It's all front loaded.
I would use this thing as a tool.
Yeah,
God, they're so gross looking. I don't like to say that some animals, especially mammals, are gross. This thing's disgusting.
Yeah, it's if I ran into that at night, it would be haunting for sure.
I would have to come up with a new name for this thing, yeah. My first thought wouldn't be hammer, but...
Yeah. I mean, it does kind of look oblongs and like you can drive a nail into a wall or something with it, but creepy looking little thing.
Yeah, little freak, flying freak, and they're big.
Oh, you know what? That reminds me. I did post an image in our little media channel of what somebody suggests could be the Jersey Devil.
Oh yes, I saw this.
Yeah, it's a deer with a bat riding on its back and a snake along its tail, which I don't think actually, from the descriptions I've heard, like you said in your little intro, it's like a kangaroo, more like a one-legged kangaroo. This would make sense, I guess, if there's a bat, a deer, and a snake hanging out in the Pine Barrens, but...
Like, I don't know what deer get up to up there, but this looks like a party to me.
Yeah. Yeah, this looks like a Homeward Bound, but...
Very misfit Homeward Bound.
Mr. E commented on the picture you posted of the hammerhead bat.
Oh,
saying,
yeah.
The Jersey Devil if I ever saw one.
See? That's all it takes.
Do we know if Mr. E's ever been up in Jersey?
I could ask, honestly, right now. Oh, yes. I guess since we're talking about Mr. E, this was his idea.
Yeah, he wanted to stick with cryptids because the lost episode from the week... a couple weeks back. Yeah. Was supposed to be going over a cryptid, and that audio was unusable. So we lost that one, and Mr. E really wanted to go into some cryptids. So here we are with the Jersey Devil. We're kind of jumping out of order because we were going to do it in alphabetical order according to states, and now we're just going straight to Jersey. I mean, I guess it was technically one of the first states. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Do you want to do it by state founding? Just
by like establishment of.
First, we'll do the colony.
Yeah.
Let's get into it real quick. Wait for Ethan to answer that question. So my first story is I really like this username. It was posted in r/paranormal encounters by user Golden Bean Liquor. And it is titled, I think I saw the Jersey Devil when I was 8. So I right off the bat, I already trust this story more than most because it didn't come from a dream. It's not a secondhand story that your grandfather told you. You were older than 5, right? So all of these things to me is like, okay, when I was 8, I could probably remember some stuff, right? If I really tried.
Yeah, when I was 8, I was running around the woods by myself.
Everyone thought you were the chupacabra. This story, I am reading this now. This story is completely true. Take a drink. Anytime anyone claims a story is true, take a drink. And I have my 61-year-old father to back me up. Do you? I live in the Pine Barrens of South New Jersey. When I was 8 years old, my dad and I were having a living room sleepover. My brother went to Six Flags that day with his 6th grade class, and we were sleeping in the living room to wait for him to get home really late with his friend. I remember he was supposed to get home at 10 p.m., so it was later at night when this happened. I was wearing a Rugrats t-shirt. That has an exclamation point at the end, a very unnecessary detail. Anyway, we were laying on the floor laughing with the cat. Laughing with the cat when we heard a really loud, horrible screeching sound, like a bloody murder screech. My dad immediately went into protection mode and was like, "Stay here." He went to the front window, which was like 3 feet from our sleeping bags. I saw his jaw drop and the motion light went on that shines on the front yard. He said, "Holy shit." And I was like, "Dad," because he said a curse word. I ran up to the window and I honestly was terrified. There was a friggin' creature with webbed wings, at least 5.5 feet tall, red leathery skin. That's all I remember of what it looked like. I didn't look long because I was so scared. My dad was totally freaking out. He was totally dumbfounded. And my dad is a gun-shooting redneck guy, and he was honestly acting like a little boy in that moment. We put the sleeping bags away, and my dad waited in the front room for my brother and went outside with his shotgun to make sure he would be okay when he got my brother from the kid's van. Oh, that's the end of the story.
A
Okay.
lot of detail in this.
Yeah, plenty of detail. Some detail probably not necessary.
Yeah. I was wearing a Rugrats shirt.
I was wearing a Rugrats shirt. That's
It
a
didn't come into
lone
play at all.
sentence.
I wonder if they still have it. Is that one of the comments? No.
Well, one of the comment number 1 from Crystal Dinosaur, but Crystal's spelt wrong. Crystal Dinosaur says, "The laughing cat and Rugrats details made my mind up. In all seriousness, I believe in you. I believe you. I had a similar experience with a UFO and my entire family seeing it out the front room window. I friggin' hate when the curtains are open at night now." Yeah, the laughing cat really took me by surprise.
Laughing cat.
Well, so it just says
They were laughing with the cat. But
laughing with the cat.
Weird. Yeah. Real quick before you keep going.
Yeah.
Mr. E said that he had been to Jersey once a long time ago.
How vague. Okay. Comment number 2 that Mr. E saved was from Oh Hey 33. "I live in South Jersey too, and I swear to you, I've seen it too." Not a complicated comment. Not really much to go off of. Affirmation's good. We do like that. But comment number 3 from a deleted user just says the word Mothman?
Maybe.
I mean, okay, so what was the description?
So you did
there
read
was
part of the description wrong there, but yeah, it was creature with webbed wings, at least 6.5 feet tall, red leather skin. I'm pretty sure white man was described as like whitish, really tall with wings, but red eyes.
Right, red eyes and feathers, right?
Probably if it's based on from the images I've seen of like fan art, would believe.
That's all. Have you seen the statue, by the way, of Mothman?
Yeah.
Okay. Mothman's not the point of this episode, but yeah.
It's a different one. Well, yeah, I guess there wasn't a whole lot to that story.
No, just sitting around with your dad, waiting for your brother.
Wearing a Rugrats t-shirt.
Do like the Rugrats. And there was a scary looking. I do like the 6.5 feet tall. That's pretty detailed for someone who didn't get a good long look.
Yeah. Well, also, like, how good are people at actually determining height?
I'm terrible at it.
Yeah, that's why they put those the little
the rulers. Yeah.
Yeah, next to like doors at gas stations and stuff.
So when a robber runs out, you'd be like, he was between 5 and 7 feet tall. And the police are like, thanks.
We need to hunt down Oh Hey 33 and get their goddamn story. Like,
oh, true, yeah.
If I live in South Jersey and I swear to you, I've seen it too. Well, then tell us about it.
Yeah, hold on. I'm on Reddit right now. Someone named Skloop replied to that comment and said, "Can you share your story?" This was never replied to by Oh Hey 33. But if I go to Oh Hey 33 and I type in
Jersey Devil,
nothing comes up. Maybe just Jersey.
This poster, Oh Hey 33, posts a lot in the step parents subreddit.
Spooky.
Quite a lot. So
they also have a post in the Paranormal Encounters Reddit as of 6 years ago with the title "Holy Candle That Brought Us Some Unholy." That's the title.
That's a story for another time.
Yeah, seems like it.
All right. Well, then let's just go on to my next.
Yeah, let's move on
and see what other Jersey Devil. Oh my gosh, mine has a lot more comments on it, I guess. Okay, so this one is from the Cryptid subreddit, posted by user. It spells weird, but I'm guessing it's Straight Extent 6985.
Yeah.
This was 6 months ago. It's titled, "Wanted to share my story about the Jersey Devil." So it isn't my story, but my dad's story. Yeah, we're going to start adding that to the drinking game. He says he saw the Jersey Devil around 1980 to 1984. It's a wide range. As a teenager, he used to stay out of his house really often, and a day where he was chilling outside his house like any other day, he saw a strange but incredibly tall creature with a dog head, a horse body, wings that make an incredibly loud sound, goat legs, and dog hands flying. He ran into his house really fast and obviously scared. He told my grandma and uncles, but they thought he was high or something and actually beat him.
Oh my God.
Years after that, my uncles also saw the creature and also ran scared. They even said sorry to my dad after that. Anyways, my dad never really searched what that thing was, but I did, and that resulted to be very similar to the Jersey Devil. Weird, anyways, because this happened in Mexico. Anybody know about something similar? So, would this count as the Jersey Devil?
I mean, dog head, already a little off. Horse body, somewhat similar. Okay. Wings that make a incredibly loud sound, I guess when they're flying. Goat legs, okay, pretty spot on. And dog hands. Can we talk about dog hands?
Well, I want to know, it was flying overhead. How did they see that it had dog hands, which aren't a thing? Dogs have paws.
Right. Unless it had like a wyvern or a dragon, I forget what the taxonomy is, but they have wings and front limbs, like forelimbs, instead of their wings being their forelimbs, I guess.
Yeah, they're like little bumblebees.
yeah, this was a giant bumblebee.
Gosh. Okay, so the Mexico thing threw me off, but it was also the reason why I chose this story. It was also one of the only like really detailed ones I could find. But let's see the first comment here. Oh, did you see this?
No, what?
Look
Oh
at
my
the
God! Whoa!
Gisette 22 making
That's
another
crazy!
after the last episode. Yeah. Oh.
Mr. E, did you know about this? Did you catch this? That's so funny.
Okay. Let's see. Gisette 22 has to add in here. I have a few questions I'd like to ask. In which Mexican state did this occur? You said one day. Was it actually in the daytime he saw it? Did he see the creature in or near the woods? You said it made a loud sound. Please describe the sound. Thank you in advance. Okay. Yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes. I don't see the word crawler anywhere in these comments, so...
No, yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Obsessed with the crawler.
The OP stated, the state was Puebla and wasn't really near the woods, but appeared over a lonely street. About whether it was day or night, I don't remember. Sorry. I will ask him later. LOL. He described the sound as a really loud plaque.
No, that's an onomatopoeia that you're reading.
Yeah.
P-L-A-K. Plaque?
Yeah, like plaque. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
When he moved his wings. That's okay. So plaque when he moved his wings.
Mm-hmm.
Let me try it in a Spanish accent.
Oh, sure, yeah. Go ahead.
Black. Like, I don't
yeah. No, sure. That's
like,
a bird or a bat. Sure.
Something. Like it was hitting the air with its wings.
Oh, that's what flying
is. Yeah, I guess I could see that. Okay. I didn't think he'd have all these details.
I mean, it's definitely a lot.
Yeah, since it's not his story or their story. Let's see. Gisette 22 responds with interesting. Yes, if you can find out later whether it was in the day or night, please let me know. To which OP said, so I asked him and he said it was around 5 p.m., not even dark yet. Gisette 22 then goes on to say, yeah, that sure sounds like the Jersey Devil to me. Which part of that?
You said 5 p.m.? Yeah, pretty Jersey Devil, if you ask me.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because that sighting in Philly was next to a commuter train, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And it was around the time that people were headed home from work. Yeah, so
no, 5 p.m.
Sure, yeah, why not? Let's see, a different user, Nomad Life. That's Nomad with a G.
As if it was a gnome. That's very clever.
It says, yeah, if it was 4:30, I'd be a little skeptical. That's too early, but 5 checks out.
They really beat us to that punchline, huh?
Yeah. Oh, man. Gisette 22 goes on. Yeah, but in the winter, it's dark by 5. I always advise people not to go outside starting at dusk.
Thank you,
Like
Josette,
in
for
general?
yeah.
Let's see. Another user, Umne, responds with a couple of Cheech and Chongs over here. I guess in response to the
To the whole
for
conversation.
little did they know that just set 22 is very serious.
Yeah, absolutely. Like probably way too serious.
Yeah. Gosh. Thanks for that, Mr. E.
Yeah, that was terrific.
Okay, so a different comment here is from Roger Workman 623.
Hmm.
Goes, so that's where he went. Give him back. Signed, New Jersey.
Oh, they lost him
Yeah, I'm guessing that's in reference to the fact that there hasn't been a proper sighting
in a
since what,
while.
the early 20th century.
So yeah. Huh. So do you think cryptids, what's that word? Whenever you travel
migrate?
yeah, migrate, that's the word.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you get sightings of the Sasquatch all over the damn place.
Sure.
Now, is that one Bigfoot that's just nomading around the whole country, or is it several that just live in different parts of the country? Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, if it's one, he's fucking hoofing it, right? Because he gets sighted everywhere. Like, that's the reason all these pictures are blurry. He's hauling ass.
Yeah, he's going at the speed of a camel. I don't. Something that's not very
shows
fast,
a
but also
camel.
faster than you would think. Yeah.
Sure, camels get pretty fast though.
I mean, they hoof it literally.
Mm-hmm.
So if the Jersey Devil does exist, I mean, the mythos around it is that he was born in the Pine Barrens, or
Right.
abandoned, right? Yeah. So you would assume destined to live there forever. The Pine Barrens are huge and confusing. Like, you can get turned around. You get
Easily.
lost in there, there's a chance that you're never getting out, right? Do we think that the Jersey Devil knows its way out? Like, enough to fly down to Mexico? Where is Puebla, Mexico?
So
Is it like close to the border, or
here, let me look it up.
no? It's pretty down south. It's like it's just southeast of Mexico City.
Oh, okay, yeah. Pretty far down there. But considering the Jersey Devil can fly, or at least has wings, you could probably make your way out of the Pine Barrens.
That's true, but how high can it fly?
That's a good. Let me Google that.
I mean, it made it.
How high?
Well, never mind. Forget all this, because it clearly made it to Philly.
Yes.
So I guess the answer is yes. It could leave. How long would it take it to fly to southern Mexico? No idea, but I'm sure it's doable.
Are its bones hollow?
I don't fucking know.
Because the only reason I ask is, like, I don't know, people I guess would be scared of this thing, right? But if it can fly like that, most likely its bones are very light, which means if you punched it hard enough, I mean, this thing's dead, right?
Sure. I mean, I was gonna make the joke that if I ever ran into one of those hammerhead bats, I'd probably swing.
Yeah. Oh, you'd swing a bat,
Yeah.
or you'd swing a hammer, There's a joke there somewhere, I'm sure.
I think they both work.
They could. Let's keep both of them in.
Yeah. Okay. Last comment on this one from Arleman. It says, have you heard about a creature called
Oh, wow.
Okay, I see. Come lengua, or tongue eater.
Mm.
Its description sounds very similar to the Jersey Devil. Maybe the Jersey Devil migrates to different places in the Americas, and different regions know it by different names. I'm absolutely convinced that the snallygaster of Maryland, for example, is the same creature as the Jersey Devil, simply known by a different local name. To which OP does respond to that, and they say, it can be. There are a lot of creatures with sightings around the world with different names. Here in Mexico, for example, apparently existed the Sisamite, or Sinsamito?
Sure.
Simito, who's basically the Bigfoot, but with a few changes, like backwards feet.
It's always with these backwards feet.
Perfect could be the come lingua. I will show my dad the description later, and maybe he recognizes it. Thanks. Okay, let's see. I do see that you posted. Holy hell, that looks nothing like the Jersey Devil. But
So I've posted some photos in the Discord of El Comalingua, and it looks more like a pterodactyl.
yeah, it looks like a fucking malnourished bat. I guess it just looks like a
Oh.
giant bat.
You know what? Actually, here's another one. This one might be just like an artist rendition, but took a few liberties here.
Well, it's definitely not a dog head.
No, not a dog head. No dog hands.
Its wings are also part of its arms.
Right? Yeah, no forelimbs.
It's got kind of like a mostly bird shape. Both of these images do. So
Well, I'm
No
gonna
full
ruin
spot.
that here. I don't know if the
What the
artist
hell is this thing?
I don't know if the artist who did this meant for it to be the Comaligua, but it is found on the Google page. So
Yeah. So this one just looks like a monkey with fucked up bat wings, a rat tail, and
Yep.
what looks like a lizard face.
it does have like a very horny toad reptilian face.
Yeah.
Elf ears.
The first picture you put on here is just kind of like an old kind of Mesoamerican kind of
Yeah, kinda like a sculpture or
yeah, like
what do you chisel rock?
yeah, I have no idea. I was trying to find the word too. But yeah, these are nothing like the description in that story,
No.
but interesting nonetheless. Goodness.
Oh, you know
Alright.
what? There's one more. There's only one more I'm gonna post just because I love it to death. Here you go.
What is this? It's just literally a bat coming out of the moon.
It's a bat, but it looks like it doesn't have a body. It's a bat head with like its wings connecting at the
It
like.
kind of looks like AI art because
I
yeah,
think
its wings
I
are
think this
connected
is
to
definitely
ear.
AI.
It's got like weird. The wings don't match on both sides.
No.
And leading more to that. It looks like there's blood on the left side, but it also kind of looks like just a red foot.
Oh,
Like a
it
bat foot.
does.
Huh.
Yeah, and the teeth are all kind of like melded together.
It's got like human-like teeth on the bottom and like
Uh-huh.
fangs on top. Oh man.
Okay.
All right.
Guess we
Let's
could-
go ahead and move on. Let's just move on to the next story here.
Next story. This was posted at r/Jersey Devil by user
Oh, it was a whole subreddit, huh?
Edgelagak. EJLEGAK as of 4 months ago. It is titled "My Encounter with the New Jersey Devil." Right, not the Jersey Devil. This one's brand new. Okay, here we go. Living one town west of the Pine Barrens, I occasionally hear stories of the devil. How it is impervious to bullets. How it took a blow from a cannon. But I never thought I would encounter it myself. Around a week ago, I was visiting some family in Washington, the town, which is about an hour drive. While driving south on 206, I had encountered a deer. It was moving from left to right. A minute later, another deer moving the same direction. I was very confused until I heard a strange screeching sound and something flew overhead, blocking the moon. I was terrified, so I sped up. Only around 20 seconds later, the corpse of the deer was thrown onto the ground in front of me, and a large creature emerged from the woods. It looked like it had the head and legs of a goat, the body and arms of a man, massive wings, and a tail that looked like straight up demonic. At that point, my lights started to flicker, and I lost sight of the creature. When I could see the road again, the deer and the devil had disappeared. Take a drink. When I got to my destination, I told my family about it, and we concluded that it was the Jersey Devil that I had seen. Holy cow.
You know what I like so far about all these stories is how the description doesn't match in any of them.
No,
Completely different.
I think we've spoken about this before, but the those medieval drawings that you see, like people like drawing like a hedgehog or a lion, and you're like, how did this happen? This looks nothing like a lion. But part of me feels like it's just like a game of telephone where someone who did go to Africa saw a lion, told someone else, that someone else knew an artist, went to that artist and said, this is what I heard a lion looks like. And
Draw it. And then we got the little AI bat coming out of the moon.
And that's, I mean, fast forward, and thanks, game of telephone, we now have AI.
Yeah, this sounds fantastical, right?
It does have the beats of a fictional story, like meant to scare people, right?
Yeah, or like excite people.
Mm-hmm.
This was only from 4 months ago, but what was this user's name? Oh, yeah, Edge-lag.
Yeah, that was it.
Edge-lag. I don't know. I don't believe you.
Ooh, called out.
Well, let's see what these comments have.
Yeah, the comments probably have something to say about that. From RiverRat423 says, cool. I haven't heard a good JD encounter in a while. JD, are you so familiar with the Jersey Devil that you're on like a nickname basis with it? Good old JD.
Oh, no.
What?
You know what? JD, the vice president?
That's why we haven't seen him in a while. He went to law school.
He went to law school, befriended a bunch of tech bros, was a subpar congressman? I actually don't know what it is.
Part of me is wondering if he actually went to law school.
I have no idea. I don't know if he was a lawyer or what. All I know is that he is vice president now. He also believes some weird stuff, but we won't get into that.
Oh, he's a weirdo. No, he did. Yeah, he got a bachelor's degree in 2009 in Yale.
That's it?
Yeah, just a bachelor's degree? Now that I'm looking at it. Okay. Oh, no, he did get a law degree in 2013. Okay.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Somebody with the username New Hawaii Lawman. No. New Hawaii Lawman. What the fuck does that say?
I don't... Hawaii Lawan.
Hawaii Lawn.
Yeah.
Sure. Responded just saying, same. I actually forgot this sub existed.
And honestly, r/Jersey Devil, not a ton of posts.
No, I'm pretty sure I looked on there and I didn't even see this story. So
yeah.
But I like the idea that someone was so interested in the Jersey Devil that they subscribed to this subreddit and then
forgot.
Nothing came out of it. So
yeah.
I forgot about it. And then one day they're scrolling on their feed and this story popped up.
And like, it's not a bad story. It's kind of exciting. But it might be a little too exciting.
Yeah, I definitely think it's made up.
Let's see, next comment from Altruistic Ad 884 said, did you go back to the area where you saw it? I'm wondering if there was any kind of evidence left over from the deer or anything. I'm going to guess no. Oh, wait, the OP does reply. I stopped for a few minutes on the way back, which was during the day, but I found nothing. Okay. Very upsetting.
Not even like a spot of blood or something.
Some fur on the road.
A deer literally being dropped in front of your car.
A dead deer.
Yeah, it's just lending more to the theory that this is all bullshit.
Well, here you have it, folks. Edge-lag is a phony.
We're good on time, so we'll just move on to this last one here, which isn't really a story, but I thought we might be able to get some good tidbits out of it. It's from the cryptid subreddit by user Def the Soul Reaper, simply titled The Jersey Devil. Yeah. This is from 7 months ago. Is the Jersey Devil considered a cryptid? Because it's one of those things that's rather ambiguous. Is that supposed to say like?
I assume so.
Like it might have Native American roots, like Sasquatch. I've always been interested in it and haven't really been able to figure out where it stands. You know what? Yeah. Mr. E wanted to do this subject because he wanted us to cover more cryptids. So I'm guessing Mr. E considers this a cryptid, but it would be more like a curse or like some kind of demonic being, right?
Right. Well, that is considering if you're following the story that it was born, right? It was the 13th child of, I think her name was Mary, right? I forgot the woman's name, but her last name Leeds. The Leeds family had a 13th child. It was cursed and eventually turned into this monster.
Actually, the first comment on here goes into that a little bit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
A cryptid, though, you went. What you just said was if you go with the idea that it was born, are cryptids not born?
Oh, forgive me. No, you're okay. So a cryptid is technically an animal, right? Animals are either born or hatched or conceived in some way. I meant like started as a human.
And that is the thing, that if this was just somebody's cursed child, would its lifespan be supernatural, or would it just live like 30 years like any average person in that time period and then die?
Oh, that's a good question.
All right, well, let's see what this first comment has to say here. From cutest sloth ever.
Yeah.
Minus an E.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's missing one of the E's.
Well, they go on to say the original story about the Jersey Devil was pretty much political slander in the 1700s against the Leeds family in The One, who were prominent in southern New Jersey that morphed over time to mean a devil-like cryptid in the Pine Barrens, rather than being a reference to the Wyvern?
Yeah, Wyvern. Or Wyvern, if you like.
Wyvern. Rather than being a reference to the Wyvern on the Leeds family crest, and their possible occult doings, as their almanac was a bit more mystical than Benjamin Franklin's. Never heard of any Native American connections, but sometimes multiple pieces of folklore get attached to the same entity. Cryptid-wise, it's an interesting case, as there have been quite a number of sightings. Hopefully at some point we'll get some good evidence, as the 1909 incident at least partially a hoax and bid for attention by newspapers. There's also no doubt in my mind, based on some descriptions, that some sightings were misidentified grains. I forgot that was a theory as well. Let's see. Someone did respond to that. I'm not even going to bother with their username. The initial sightings were part of the smear campaign. If there was some native connection, it would have been some large flying animal, maybe a bird or some kind of bat, and have faded into obscurity in favor of the anti-Leeds campaign. A pterosaur is a pretty rare and unlikely interpretation, and almost all supposed pterosaur sightings describe them as being naked, which is something that has been disproven, so it would make more sense for this to be fuzzy. What?
Sure.
What? Although pterosaur is kind of like what that image you posted, what I would imagine.
Yeah.
The Skeletor-looking bat.
It's kind of like, what is that Pokemon? I'm gonna forget its name. That sucks. Oh, Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl is the Pokemon I was thinking of.
Oh yeah, yep. Big, pink-looking fucker.
Yeah.
Doing the peace sign over there on his wing. Why is this one pink? All the other images are like gray.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, let's see. Comment number 2 here from Peacebone89 says, I don't think it's ambiguous. The Jersey Devil and Bigfoot are both cryptids. All right, cool.
Okay, yeah.
We got
Definitive.
a definitive answer.
Yeah. It's all answered for us now.
I'm curious now what Peacebone89, what their Reddit might look like. So I'm going to go look them up real quick.
Do it.
If I can find it, because I forgot how many comments are on this post.
Oh, whoa, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that. I'm surprised that Mr. E whittled it down to just 3. Where the hell are you, Peacebone? Oh, here he is. I like his little avatar. It's got a cat. Oh, they're a Saints fan. Let's see. Some Saints stuff, some guns. Posted something Who remembers Rice's potato chips?
What is this page?
They posted in King of the Hill, the King of the Hill subreddit.
Gotta join that one.
Huh. You think with such a definitive little answer to this question, they would have more cryptid related stuff, but
no.
Nope. Dino Riders.
I love Dino Riders.
Dino Riders on the Nostalgia subreddit.
Yeah.
Another King of the Hill subreddit post. We was using 4 layers of protection and my men still got through. I guess that was just a Cotton quote.
Yeah, had to have been.
And then a lot of Big Lebowski subreddit stuff in here. This guy's a character.
Get him onto the podcast.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. This last comment on this one is pretty long.
Yeah, we'll get through it.
Through it here. This is from No Gas 5273. I've lived in Jersey my whole life, and I have had experienced different cryptids here, but never the Jersey Devil. So far, anyways. But from what I think, I feel JD, also on a nickname basis here.
The people are too busy. Can we not just say Jersey Devil?
Let's see. I feel JD is in a different category of cryptids than the Sasquatch. I feel Sasquatch is more of a spiritual being, while JD is on a more of the darker evil side of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, I guess if the Sasquatch has like roots in like Native American lore, sure, it could possibly be spiritual in some way. But from the rumors of how the Jersey Devil was conceived, it's definitely spiritual, right? I mean, it's just
unless it was like a straight up witch's curse.
Yeah, it's like Rosemary's Baby. It's the devil's child or some shit. I don't know. Let's see. Evil side of the spectrum. What's the definition of a cryptid? It's a creature that may or may not exist. With that in mind, just like any other creature, including humans, they have different categories.
Oh. I can't wait to see where this is going.
I feel they would also have the same categories, that is. Where I live is a very active, which, oh my God, so many fucking parentheses in this guy's story. Where I live is a very active, which I know firsthand, the Sasquatch.
Okay,
where they live, the Sasquatch is very active, I guess. And it's good energy most of the time, but there are instances that things change quickly. That's when you know something else has entered the building. Aside from Elvis. I made the bad decision to investigate it. What the fuck does this say? You fucked around and found out.
What is this? What are we doing here?
Okay. I'm not going to read any
of
the parentheses.
No, don't do it.
Forward. I made the bad decision to investigate it. Nothing I ever want to experience again. Okay. And from what I've been told and read, that consensus of how the experiences with the Jersey Devil goes.
No.
I should have edited this before I started reading it. Back in 1949.
No, hold on. You're not going to skip over that. That says back in the 1949s.
All 12 months of the 1949.
Okay, go ahead.
My father and uncle, who were grown men at the time, came face to face with one. Jersey Devil, maybe. I'm guessing. Apparently, they were so scared that they ran all the way home. Flew in the house. My mom said their faces were white as ghosts. She said she thought they had seen the devil himself. They had been walking across a large field and it landed 5 feet in front of them. They said the sound that came from it like nothing they've heard before. They explained it to be blood-curdling, but worse. Much louder, much fiercer than blood-curdling. And that's very similar to many experiences I've heard about. That being the case, I believe they are spawned from the deepest part of hell. Or the devil himself. I'm guessing this person isn't very familiar with the story of the Jersey Devil.
Keeps calling him JD.
That's not the Sasquatch or most of the beings that we're sharing reality with. I believe even Sasquatch would avoid them and any other category of cryptids at any cost as well. Sorry, I wasn't more helpful, but honestly, I really hope there doesn't come a time where I can be more helpful. Okay? That would mean I had my own experience and I'm good with just having
An
an
option.
It says
Opinion.
option, but I'm guessing
Yeah.
they mean opinion.
Oh my God. Stay off of Reddit. Stop it.
Well, now I gotta see what this person
God.
posts. If I can even find their little. Well, here they are. Oh, you know what? I'm looking at the actual post, and I don't know how this would have gotten mistranslated. Maybe Mr. E just kind of put it in wrong, but it does say on the actual comment back in the 1940s. So,
Mr. E, do you write these by hand?
I think he does. I think he types them
Oh,
out
no.
individually. Because if you try to copy and paste from Reddit, it will create like a box lettering that's not.
Man, we're slamming on this grammar. Mr. E, is this your fault?
Yeah, Mr. E. Let's see. No Gas 5273 has no posts, and this is their. Oh no, they have a few comments on here. They commented on someone's post on the gardening subreddit, on someone's posts in the motorcycle subreddit. And this definitely sounds like an older person because they literally start one of these posts with "God bless this young man."
Only older people say that. So.
Oh, let's see. He posted a comment on a Bigfoot subreddit post that says, with no context to the actual post, that question for me is exactly like if I was asked me. Maybe they do just have bad grammar. Do you believe that it's possible for an airplane to fly from one state to another? I have seen both personally and at very close distances. I mean, they do claim to have seen Sasquatch before, so
we got an expert on our hands.
That was crazy. Let's see. I'm gonna skim this post one more time just to see if there's anything else worth reading. Ben commented saying, "I think it still counts as the brother of Napoleon alleged he had an encounter with one."
Who?
Okay. What?
Like Napoleon Bonaparte?
So I think Napoleon Bonaparte's actual brother is claimed to have seen the Jersey Devil. I don't see how that legitimizes whether or not it's a cryptid.
Right. Joseph Bonaparte, the brother of Napoleon Bonaparte and former king of Spain, was reported to have seen the devil. The incident took place in Bordentown, New Jersey, while he was game hunting in the nearby woods. The infamous Captain Kidd was reputed to have buried treasure in... Hold on, that's not connected at all. Yeah, so apparently the previous king of Spain...
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy sightings of this one. All more crazy than what we read on this episode.
I wish we had gotten some crazy ones.
Let's see. Someone says here, the Jersey Devil myth probably came from rumors about an animal people were seeing that likely was an exotic pet called a hammerhead bat. There have definitely been sightings of Jersey, and people have heard it screaming. I don't think people understand the question of this, or the point of this post, which is to determine whether or not the Jersey Devil is a cryptid. Dead Wado 4 says, I wouldn't consider it as a cryptid since there's only one, and it was born as the result of a woman accidentally cursing her child. So he's definitely saying there's more than one Bigfoot.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we got a legion of Bigfoot out here, and only one cursed baby boy.
It doesn't make any sense to me, because anytime you hear a story about a cryptid, it's just the one, right? Mothman, it's the one.
Well, I mean, like, there is a difference. Like, if you're talking about the chupacabra, it's not necessarily that there's only one of them, right? Because it was seen in Puerto Rico and in Mexico, and I'm going to go ahead and say it didn't swim all that way.
Well, it's also a completely different creature.
Oh, is it really?
Mexico. Yeah, in Mexico, it's more of like a dog, which people think are like coyotes with dengue. And the Puerto Rican one is the alien-looking thing.
Learn something new every day.
We're going to have to figure out a way to classify cryptid for our own use on this show. I mean, I don't believe in cryptids personally. It'd be cool if there was a Bigfoot or a Mothman. I can take or leave like the White Thing.
What about
Or,
the what are these the
the
night
ones-
crawlers or whatever?
the night crawlers? Are those like what are those things called?
Here it is. Hold on, I'm gonna send it to you. This is look up cryptid. No, I'm so sorry. Look up Fresno night crawlers. We could probably do an episode on these guys. There's some pretty interesting video evidence of these things. But they honestly just look like pants.
Oh, yeah. Oh, these are. Yeah, I'd like to do an episode on this. These are. I mean, some of these images are kind of creepy, but the little cutesy ones are interesting.
Yeah, I mean, like when you get the chance, you could look. I think there's like CCTV footage of them or something, and they're like little cute walking pants.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we'll do that next. But yeah, okay. Let's wrap this up with the promise that we'll do the Fresno Nightwalkers at some point. Did you have any Ask X?
I don't have any Ask X, but I do have here some medieval zoological paintings, some illustrations, and I want you to guess what animal I'm sending.
Let's see. Holy hell, what is this? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and describe them how I think these people would have described them. So it's a large dog-like creature, but it's a fish. It's green, and it has a very dog-like face, but it's carrying like a boat on its back. I'm gonna guess it's supposed to be a whale.
That's correct. It is supposed to be a whale.
Nice.
Here we go with the next one.
It does look like a sea monster. So this one looks like John Oliver as a
What did you say, John
As
Oliver?
an
As a what?
owl.
Okay, owl is correct. Yes, yeah, you got that
Okay,
one.
cool.
Got that one in one.
This also looks like a dog, but kind of like with an alligator's body.
It's an alligator. Yeah, you got it. Here we go. This one's fun.
Oh, what the hell is going on there? It looks like a squirrel with webbed hind legs, normal paws. It looks pretty freaked out. It's got like a weird kind of platypus tail, maybe. It's got nipples. For some reason, it has testicles, but nothing else. Got an anus on there too for some reason. I'm gonna go with squirrel.
Okay, it is a beaver.
Okay, yeah. I guess.
I think
thought beaver for a second but it doesn't have buck teeth.
It doesn't have the buck teeth, no. And
It
they
does have
tried
the
to do
flat
something with
tail.
the webbed feet and the tail. I can assume the testicles that I'm looking at are the glands that beavers have. Yeah, that is a beaver. Now this is a twofer. These are two different animals, but I will allow at least one answer.
So there's two different animals, but they look exactly the same. One is just brown and the other one's blue. And the face on this thing looks like it's disgusted with the other one. But the blue one does have like little versions of itself kind of crawling all over it, which I'm guessing are babies. I don't know how I would describe this. I guess the brown one has like weird hair along its neck, which I'm guessing is a mane. And then it has like a little tuft of hair on the end of its tail. So I'm guessing these are lions.
Okay, the brown one, or I should say the red one, is a lion. The blue one, those are bears.
Bears? They look exactly the same.
Yeah, I know. And now here's the last one. This should be pretty easy to describe.
What is this? It's like a pinwheel with a beak and an eye. It's literally just a round ball. It's got like little lines along the edges, I guess, to kind of make it look like it's moving in a certain direction. And then the circle is broken by what I assume is a beak with teeth, and there's an eye just over this beak. I'm gonna guess a kiwi bird.
Okay, it's actually an oyster.
I guess I could see that. It's just a round thing with a mouth, and that's all this person got from it.
Yeah, that was fun.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah. We'll have to Now I'm definitely gonna have to
Oh,
make a
yeah.
YouTube version of this one with pictures and shit. Okay. I do want to say before we go though that my brother submitted a story for us. Yeah, it definitely didn't fall under these themes, and we'll probably have to come up with a theme
Sure.
that it will fall under. But just yeah, something to look forward to in the future. Another little submission, and yeah,
If we have
anyone else
enough
has
submissions, I think
submissions,
we should just do submission-based episodes.
yeah, there's there are podcasts that do that, and apparently people don't like that, but I don't see anything wrong with that. I mean, it's all this story is, or it's all this podcast is,
Just
right? It's
anecdotal
reading
stories, yeah.
stories. Yeah, so if you like that, I'm sure you'll like
Be
user
fine.
submitted stories. So, but okay, let's wrap this
Right,
up.
that's going to have to do it for this Jersey Devil-themed episode. If you have any supernatural stories of your own, you can submit them to us for this show on the comments, wherever you're listening to this, or at our subreddit, which is PONDPOD.
We've been a Paranormal Dudes, ever in need of stories to intrigue, perplex, maybe even frighten. So remember, if you can't explain it, post about it. And until next time, stay tuned and stay medieval creature paintings.
What do you think the sound this last picture makes?
The oyster?
Yeah.
Pluck.
Very good.
Pluck, pluck, pluck.
Perfect.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. Pluck, pluck, pluck.
All right. Stay haunted, people.